Hello everyone, my name is Jasinski and I'm running for the Minnesota Senate in District 24. I'm very excited for the opportunity to represent District 24 in St. Paul. I'm a conservative and believe that the United States, Minnesota, and District 24 needs to see some change. I must apologize, I'm unable to attend the county conventions today. Back in October, before my plans had developed into running for the Minnesota Senate, I booked a vacation over spring break with my kids. This vacation is an all-inclusive trip that once booked could only be changed for medical reasons. Unfortunately, the airline industry does not consider running for the Minnesota Senate as a medical condition. Therefore, I'm not able to attend today's event. With today's technology, I hope this video can give you a brief introduction of myself. I have started and will continue to take the time to touch base with all the delegates in the next couple of weeks. I think it's important for us to get to know each other and understand the needs of the district. I was born in Faribault and raised in Faribault, graduated from the Faribault Senior High School, and attended the University of Minnesota at Duluth for 2 years. I then enlisted in the United States Navy, where I served on board the USS Truxtun as an air intercept controller and did 2 deployments to the Persian Gulf. After completing my 4 years in the Navy, I returned to Minnesota and used my GI Bill to return to college at Mankato State University, where I pursued a degree in business finance with a concentration in real estate. I have been in real estate, the profession in the area, for the past 23 years. Shortly after entering the real estate profession, I got involved in the community as a planning commission member and continued in community involvement for the past 23 years, serving on the Economic Development Authority and several other boards and commissions. I was first elected to City Council in 1996 and later elected as the Mayor of Faribault in 2008 and again in 2012. I've been very fortunate to meet many people over the years in both business and community involvement. I believe this experience is a great background for the Minnesota Senate. Some of the key things I've seen and heard in the past several years are that Minnesota needs to be more competitive. Our tax rate is the 3rd highest in the country, and we are seeing more and more people and businesses choosing to relocate to areas where it is cheaper to live and work. We need to change this. Also, I want to create better education for our residents, which will create more educated and skilled workforce that will promote higher wages, resulting in Minnesota's standard of living higher here in Minnesota. Several of our businesses and industries are struggling to find good qualified people to fill many of their jobs. We also need to continue to make sure that our government is fiscally responsible when it comes to spending. We need to use our tax dollars wisely and not increase the size of local government. During my time as a mayor, I've tried hard to promote job growth, and this is something that I believe is important to every town in the district, but throughout this entire state. This is something I want to continue to work on the state level. I also feel there is a need for welfare reform here in Minnesota. I constantly hear of complaints of residents of how there are so many cases of misuse. We need to change this. It's costing the taxpayers here in Minnesota a lot of their hard-earned money. We need to ensure our state programs promote personal responsibility and accountability. Finally, I want to help with transportation in greater Minnesota. Spending money on our roads and bridges is important for our communities like ours in outstate Minnesota. I want to see more projects like the completion of Highway 14 from Owatonna to Rochester and additional interchange on Interstate 35 north of Faribault. Both of these examples will help develop for the entire area. I look forward to your support in District 24. I understand the importance of relationships and communities and working together to make our district a better place to live. I'm confident that District 24 can once again be represented by Republicans in the Minnesota Senate, and with your help we can make the change in the right direction. I also wanted to take the time to introduce you to my kids. Sam's a junior at the Faribault Senior High School. He's a 3-sport athlete, plays basketball, baseball, and football. And JC's a freshman at Bethlehem Academy in Faribault. I want to thank them for their support along with the rest of my family. I'm very fortunate to have a great support group that will help me in the campaign in District 24. So I'm going to keep my word to them and take them on their spring break vacation. And we look forward to spending as much time with you as we can when we return, and we'll work hard in District 24. Once again, I apologize for missing today's convention. As I've kept my word to them, I'll keep my word to you. We will work as hard as we can to the Senate campaign in District 24.
We want to thank the residents of District 24 for understanding this importance of our family vacation.
We will work hard when it comes time to campaign this fall in District 24.
Thanks again for your support.